Dear fellow residents, my name is Elvin, candidate of Pioneer SMC. Like many Singaporeans, I'm a blue-collar worker. I'm deeply concerned about the welfare of our current major workforce, especially the blue collars. The million-dollar question is, why does Singapore not have a minimum wage? Most developed countries have a minimum wage. Most developed countries have one, either by law or successful negotiate through unions. But PAP is the only first world government that stubbornly refused to think about this. But a minimum wage is beneficial for Singaporeans. Why? Because it helps to level the playing field that is currently tilted to favor of foreign workers who do not share the same high cost of living as Singaporeans. A minimum wage also encourages employers to increase productivity rather than increase profit by cutting costs, by cutting your salaries. So why does PAP reject a minimum wage? Because they choose to pursue a policy of economic growth at all costs. Their idea of growth is to bring in cheap labor just to make a few dollars more of profits. We can get also accrue by looking at their actions that take as an alternative to a minimum wage. For example, the budget announced millions of dollars will be funded to business to fund wages increase and implementation of workfare schemes. When we lose our job, the PAP will send you to workfare schemes, but that doesn't do any help to stop direct competitions for your salaries. So, why should a minimum wage policy be implemented? These are the key reasons why. 1. The minimum wage policy prevents the wages of low-income workers from falling further due to competition with foreign laborers, or from the greed to make more profit. 2. To improve workers' confidence in seeking better jobs and allow unemployed to take up alternate employment such as contract works, instead waiting for a higher pay permanent position. It established a fairer employment environment for all workers. 4. It motivates the low-income workers to perform better and achieve higher productivity, which will contribute towards healthier economic growth. 5. It helps to reduce income gaps between the rich and the poor by increasing spending power. By setting a minimum wage that covers the cost of living, it reduces the number of families it requires social assistance from the government and therefore reduce the volume of social problems. Although we need some foreign labor to work in our economy, minimum wage should be put in place to protect low-income Singaporeans. Over the years, Singapore labor movement have lost their rights and dignity. Without a strong voice, the labor movement and the difficulties faced by workers are simply ignored by the government. Allowing the PAP to replace Singaporeans with cheaper labors. We now hold unstable jobs and live in fear of losing them. Even though inflation pushes up the cost of living, our salary faces competition. If this continues, the next generation will face even tougher challenge and uncertainty. Therefore, there is a need of an alternative power in Parliament, and to ensure the average workers Singaporean is not neglected by the government policy. Each and every Singaporean is valuable to the society, regardless of profession, race, qualifications, and family backgrounds. So, on this election, make sure that you send a strong signal to the PAP. It's time to tell the PAP this clearly. We are not just numbers in their economic reports. Vote NSP, as Singaporeans deserve better. Thank you.